Hey guys, it's Gail with Everything Nash here with the Isaacs, who, they're my favorites. I say that about all the artists, but I feel like you kind of are because I grew up singing the hymns in church. So when I hear you guys, I just feel like I'm back home again.
Oh, well, we love you too. Thank you.
So we have lots to talk about, starting with the Country Music Cruise, which is almost sold out, by the way, but there's a good wait list. So tell me why you guys wanted to do this.
Well, the Opry, everybody says, oh, the Opry's a big family. It really is a big family. And, we've done a lot of cruises. We've sang on a lot of cruises, but we've never done a country music cruise with Opry people and the people that we love in that family. So we thought it would be fun to go with that family on a cruise, and it's just going to be awesome. We're very, very excited.
And we actually became Opry members in 2021, and that just solidified.
Official family.
Official.
I'm supporting the Grand Ole Opry.
That kind of solidified. We have to do this cruise.
You do, and we're going to talk about the Opry in a minute, but I want to talk about, you're in really good company on this cruise with T.G. Shepherd, Dina Carter, John Michael Montgomery. I could go on. John Barry. Oh, he was on last year. Oh, he's so good. So talk about being, you did reference this a little bit, but talk about being in such great company.
One of the coolest things about what we get to do, and I guess the level at which we get to do it, that's my phone, sorry, is getting to know other artists that you've admired for years. I mean, these artists are not much older than us, if they are older than us, and growing up listening to Strawberry Wine and all those artists, it's very surreal to get to actually to call them friends. And we sang at a benefit concert last year, and John Barry was another artist that was on there, and we hung out backstage, and he got the guitar and we were just singing together, and it was so much fun. And so I'm really looking forward to, you do work a lot on these cruises, you sing a lot, it's about the people coming and seeing the performers, but to be with somebody for a whole week on in a fun environment, you really get to know them better. And I think that's why a lot of people sign up for these cruises too, is because they get to interact with the artists and see us at the buffet line, and what do we like to eat, and
a lot
and how we shouldn't be wearing a bathing suit in public.
Well, I think the coolest part for me too is that you pay high tickets to see these performers do a professional show, and although the cruise is a professional show, it's different. It is a different show than what they can put on in an arena with the lights, and it's more personal. And I feel like the personalities of these artists come out more because they're not under the pressure of maybe what an arena or those environments, they're under a crunch, smaller crowds. We find we get to be a little bit more funny and engage with the audience more when the audience is like that. And I've watched so many videos of artists that have taken the cruise, and I just can't wait to go because I see them around the pool and in the sun and they're sailing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to sing on that cruise.
And who doesn't want to go to the Caribbean or Mexico or wherever it's going in the dead of winter, where it's cold here and most everywhere else in America, and you get to go get a tan. So it's awesome.
Well, I hope that we get to hang out at the buffet next year.
Yeah,
I'm sure we will. I'll meet you at the ice cream stand every day.
My husband literally got ice cream every day. I had sushi. He had ice cream. It's fair. Okay, so on the cruise they have the Opry night, and you guys, we spoke when you became Opry members, and that's been a few years ago now. So now that you're kind of settled into your role, how does it feel to be Grand Ole Opry members?
Well, I'd like to say it feels like a big family. We've actually have been going to the Opry. The first time we were ever on the Opry, Porter Wagner invited us to be on. How many years ago has that been?
We lose track. It's close to 30
years ago. And we just here and there would ask if they had an opening, and they'd have us as guests. And so we just loved the Opry even then. But the big surprise was in 2021 when Ricky Skaggs popped up on stage in the middle of our set and asked us. We about freaked out. But I have to say that from the staff to the crew to the management to the artists, it feels like a big family. And there's no big I's and little U's. Everybody just loves each other. I love it. I love the environment. It's just like a family. So I'm just proud of being a part of that. I really am. We're grateful.
Even after being members for the last couple of years, you still go in with a great respect for, you feel like family, but at the same time, you still want to pinch yourself because you can't believe that you're actually part of that family.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the artists out there that they could have invited in every genre of music, and the Opry has done a good job of expanding their genres to include more gospel artists, Christian contemporary, bluegrass, a lot of artists styles. So to be, I mean, I still like, it still feels like a great dream that every time we get to play on the Opry, that we're part of that now in history, and we will go down in history as part of the Opry family. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's so cool because honestly, it's surreal. We were backstage with Garth and Trisha one night, and we were talking about our induction, and Garth and Trisha both made the comment, we had no idea you weren't already members. And then just this week they asked T. Graham Brown to become a member, and I was like, woo! I didn't realize he wasn't already a member. And I like when you start seeing it through those eyes, you realize, oh my goodness, there's only 200 what? We were 227 total.
100 years
out of all this time, and they've added people since us, but there were, at the time we were inducted, there were only about 67 members living. So they've inducted more people. So honestly, it's like, of course T. Graham Brown should be a member of the Opry, and you didn't realize the ones that haven't been, like we were.
It kind of makes you feel a little bad or guilty because you got in before they did.
Right. And
T. Graham played like 400 times.
Right.
Golly.
Crazy.
Well,
crazy.
Kudos to General Manager Opry Dan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For remembering the little people and all the people like T. Graham that have
the big people
that
like
have
T.
served
Graham,
their time. Yeah, the big artists that for whatever reason just never were asked.
And I have to say, Dan Rogers is one of the kindest, sweetest people in the world. So is Gina.
The whole staff.
The whole staff is. But it's so funny. My 3 kids, of course, they call me mom everywhere we go because I'm their mom. Now everybody backstage at the Opry calls me mom, including Dan. So he made me a pin.
Everybody needs a Jewish mother.
Everybody.
I would like a Jewish mother.
I'll be your mom.
Good. Okay, let's talk about a couple more things before I let you guys go. You also, big things. You were on a big tour last year. No big deal. Reba takes you out on tour. It's fine. How was that?
Amazing. Amazing.
There are no words. I mean, from the beginning of the tour to the last day, how they treated us, the respect that her band and staff and Reba herself and Rex and Terry Clark and all the people on the tour showed us was just mind-blowing. They were very supportive. There was no competition out there like you might think there would be.
We weren't treated like the new kids on the block.
No,
not at all.
And it was really a dream come true, and I hope that if Reba tours again, that she'll think of us again. Because that was really amazing. I mean, it was, let's be honest, we were on the biggest stage of our career. Gaither stage was doing arenas too, but we were comfortable in that market. And Gaither did a lot for the Isaacs, but other than Gaither arenas, we've never had that opportunity in that size, especially in a secular market that we've never really gotten a stage in front of before. So other than the Opry or performances, but
individual TV performances and things like that, but to do a tour besides an arena tour,
it was awesome. So
awesome. Well, I got to see it. It was incredible. Okay, 2 more questions. I'm gonna let you go. American Face came out. Are we working on new music?
We are. This will be our 2nd album that we've done that was like more in the secular vein.
We've written a lot of songs.
We've written a bunch of songs with some awesome writers in Nashville. And then we also are going to release another album this year at some point that is more praise and worship style songs, recorded our style, the popular ones that
one out.
So
are you doing it as well?
No,
not
because
again.
we've already recorded that one. A couple times. So
I pretend that I'm you guys when I sing it with you. It's fine. I'm not, but I pretend. Okay, last question. Becky, how are you doing? How's your health?
I'm good. I'm really good. I would, if I were going to put it on a scale, I'd say I'm about 80% right now. There's some things I can't do that I'm praying that God restores, maybe through other surgeries. And, I can walk well, but the rest of the things that go along with standing, squatting, sitting down, my knees are still quite a bit traumatized, and I have some soft tissue issues that need to be repaired when the doctors say it's time. But I'm putting it off as long as I can because I don't want to go through leg braces again and all of that, but I'm doing great. I have to say, I survived Crohn's disease for many years, and I would get I've been in complete remission and doing great from that. And for years I would get letters from people that have struggled with Crohn's disease. And probably one of the heaviest crosses to carry right now for me is the mail that I get now is I lost my daughter in a car accident just like yours, or I lost my husband, or I survived, and I find myself feeling so grateful that I lived, but praying for wisdom to encourage those people who had a different outcome than I did. And so it's interesting.
Survivor's guilt, or
maybe not necessarily, survivor's guilt, but I just pray that God gives me the wisdom to pour into those people, that God gives me the ability to just minister to them, because one thing I did realize though is that no matter what you're going through, it's your cross to carry, and God gives you grace for that, and that the Lord just uses us as a whole, and my story, to be able to minister no matter what side of the aisle you're on, no matter what situation, whatever cross you're carrying, that God gives the Isaac's wisdom to be able to just pour into them positive energy and strength and hope, and hope in the gospel. And that's what got me through it. And so I'm thankful to be here and continue to get better.
Well, we're thankful you're here too. All right. I've kept you way too long, so I have to let you go, but I love talking to you. So if you want to talk about new albums that may or may not be coming out anytime, just let me know.
Yes,
we would love to catch up on that once we announce it and all that stuff.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Bye.